it's Ray again, and first of all I want to thank you for entering your details and requesting the two files that I will send you. You can download them by pressing the link. Now here's the video. I will explain how to use the files in the programs, and today we will use 4 programs: the Premiere, the Photoshop, After Effects and Final Cut Pro. And I will probably do with the program that I'm recording the screen, which is ScreenFlow. It's similar to Camtasia on the Windows. It's just, I think personally it's more simpler. So I will use actually 5 programs to show you. Okay, so first of all, you download the 2 files, and if you did download, there should be a zip file, so you extract it and you have 2 files. One is background and one is front .movs. These files are animation codec, which basically what it means is they are almost uncompressed, and they have one of them has an alpha channel, which stands for transparency. And I will show you the way it works. So let's go to the first program, Photoshop. Photoshop is the easiest way to actually show how to use the files. Okay, so let's create the file size. Now it's 640 360 and RGB colors. Let's say okay. And now what we have to do, we have to import the 2 files. And let's go video bookends, logo, 2 files. Right? So we open it 2 files. We grabbed also the logo. And so the background layer will always go underneath. And now we drag and drop 2 files. We go window and we go animation, and this is where it shows 2 files. Now if we take the front and we also drag it and drop it, we align it, and we have 2 layers. You can see 1 and 2. Now if we want to put our logo, which also has a transparency in it, we drag it here. Alright, so the layer we want to put as an animation or animated would be in the middle, so we just place it in the middle, and now easily we have this nice transition. And this is really simple. I just want to show you a simple way of how easy it is to actually animate logos without using any animation at all, or without using any other program except just the ones we usually use for graphics. And in this case, for example, the logo doesn't seem right, so what we do is we just say we need shadow, and we will go for white. And just because the logo itself is quite dark, we have to soften it a little bit. So what we do is we will put white shadow, we'll do distance 0, and then we'll put size. As you can see, it's changing. So if we 0 and then 20, and it softens that. So this is how easy it is to do in Photoshop. Now if we take any text layers, let's say video bookends again, video bookends. Now I love our bank Gothic. Then we increase the size. Okay, and now this is our video bookends. Again, we can do the copy layer style. We can do the same shadow, paste layer style, and it works well with this one too. Just soften it a little bit. Okay, so here it is, and now we can export it. Now I will show you with After Effects what exactly is happening. And what I will do is I will create 3D layers, and I will show you exactly what's happening. Again, as you see from this example in After Effects, again, simple and easy. So this is what happens. We have 2 layers, this one is background, this one is front, and this is the middle layer we have. And now the camera is panned from a side, so you can see the sideways 3 files that are on the timeline. And if we start moving along the headline, as you can see, the checkboards are seeing through, so there's a transparency involved. And what it does, this is simple, but it's almost like 2 layers, almost identical. The difference is one of them has a transparency. So if you take any object and you place it in the middle between those 2 layers, you will always have the same effect. Now, as I mentioned, this one is very simple, just because I wanted to show you how simple it is to actually create something that doesn't involve any additional work. You just drag and drop, and that's it, you're done. Okay, so now let's go to Final Cut Pro. Again, this is a video editing program which has the same principles as any others, as a Premiere or any other program that has multi-layer ability to put few layers on the same timeline. And let's see, so we have 2 files, we have the background, the front, and we have logos. Alright, so I want to have the same settings, just put on top, and the only thing we need to do now is just put this between those 2 files. And as you can see, again, very simple. Let's do a nice transition, right? And again, as I mentioned, every single program almost has the same options for drop shadows, especially if you choose white and if you choose opacity 100%, offset 0 because we don't want any distortion where the shadow is, and just increase the softness, which makes it blurry and blends in with everything else. So without the shadow, with shadow, without, with, and we can increase even more. Okay, drop, nope. And the last program, as I mentioned, will be a ScreenFlow. So again, add media files, navigate to the 2 files, and I will choose just one. And now again, background layer, front, and let's put a logo in the middle. Okay. Alright, so here it is. Download those 2 files, play with it. You can also make a saturation on any distortion of the colors, which makes it more blended more, even more with your logos. And if you think these animations are very simple, just wait for a few that we will introduce very shortly. And don't forget to check out the YouTube video where I will show you where you just upload few files and you can cut, you can trim, you can combine 2 files or 3 or 4 files in the video. Just say publish, and then what it does, it will give you a file to save, and it's on the YouTube. It takes no editing experience, it takes no encoding experience, nothing at all. It's very simple and very easy. And also, if you have any questions, just leave your comments underneath the post in the blog, and I will make sure I'll answer them as soon as possible. Okay, so this is Ray with Video Bookends, and check out our Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube accounts, and make sure you follow us by entering your details, entering your email address in the box below to subscribe to blog updates. And I will continue to give great value, great content, and great files for you to use for increasing videos the way they look and the way they feel. So this is Ray, and thanks again, and see you next time.